moving like the speed of sound. We can keep on the ground.
Welcome to the Media Suit Podcast. We are now in another new location, which is now going to be our future studio. Future studio. Right now, it's very humble beginnings. There's still some work as the walls aren't even finished.
It's exciting though.
But they will be.
We got Fallout posters.
That's
Fallout posters.
We look like we're in a Fallout bunker.
Yeah, that's a good way
with
to describe it.
These really freaking nice couches in this ugly chair.
There's nothing wrong with Pap's chair. Even the viewers will accept Pap's chair.
It is Pap's chair.
Pap's chair is covered up for a reason.
It is. But it's Pap's chair.
Oh gosh.
Can't get rid of it.
Okay, but it looks, we're going to have some, future maybe not maybe, we're getting green screen action. We're going to be getting gameplay. We are building up this channel into something great here. Future,
working on it.
Some epic battles is still coming 2016. For those who like that. Movie Pilot was even talking about showing that, so we're growing. Huh?
So I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
You never heard of Movie Pilot?
No.
It's one of like the biggest. They get like 8 million visitors a day. I don't know how you don't know who they are.
Where do they get visitors at? Do they have a storefront?
It's 8 million. Whatever, forget it. You guys are gonna be real stupid. And I insulted them. Now they're good. That goes down the drain. But anyway, let's talk about our first topic. We only have a few topics in gaming. More about movies. We're gonna talk about Captain America: Civil War.
I wouldn't really call either of them a topic.
Yeah, they're both good topic. Well, you don't like one. Hey, I'm trying to go over what we're doing. Captain America: Civil War. We're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna talk about the Superman vs. Batman trailer. A little bit of Daredevil with Jessica Jones, Samurai Jack back on TV, all that good stuff. So right now we're gonna go into WWE 2k16, which only I've played. Yay! So I get to ramble about this. He's not even paying attention. He's probably watching a YouTube video right now.
I'm good. I'm just making sure we got all of our topics. That's all. We're good.
Okay. Well, where do I start? WWE 2k16, 10 times better than the last one.
Keep talking it up. I'll have to get it here at some point.
Yeah, we should get it like tomorrow.
No,
you should get it like tomorrow.
Or when it's like half off.
Yeah.
I got it for $40 on Black Friday.
Oh, because Black Friday's going to happen again.
Yeah, well, it might still be on sale. Who knows?
So are you saying wait a year to get it?
No, I think it's totally worth $60.
You are talking
about pay
so
$60 for it.
Here's my question. What has changed from 15, and what would you say is the most surprising feature?
Okay, what has changed since one of the biggest rosters since No Mercy.
I've been hearing that.
And I have stated that the game is almost at the level of No Mercy,
which is a true classic.
And I would say what you're saying, like what's like the best feature implemented.
Yeah, like what?
Well, I wouldn't say best feature. I would say an almost overhaul, almost.
But just that they made a full game, not like 15.
Well, I would say probably the funnest feature is it's almost like a comeback type thing. You can get, I don't know how to explain that, like it is this comeback ability, like how the feature, just the mechanics of it, you could get, like you really are fighting to win. Like, you know how me and you, we would have those like reversal battles? Now you get a limited amount, but you regain them over time.
Okay.
But so which I like. I don't want to have just like 5 limited ones.
Be stuck without them then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can either use them all at the early to try and get the advantage, or you can use them dispersed throughout the match, or you can use them all at the end.
And
whereas once they've used all theirs. Yes, stamina's still a thing, but you get a little bit more of it. Okay. I would say.
Well, yeah, because that was one of the problems we noticed in 15.
Yeah.
You'd be playing and then randomly you're just tired.
There's a few, other color bars and stuff that they've added and it wanes down.
I gotta have Brock Lesnar. And you can't be, he doesn't lose energy. Okay? He just goes till mission is complete. Undertaker is destroyed. And we're good to go.
Man, he's hinting at like future things here.
But it actually feels like you're fighting to win. Like you'll have these where you're both so beat up and so low on stamina, and you're waiting, like your bar's slightly going over, And
Right.
even just the animations of your guy, like I was having this Hell in a Cell match, it was incredible. For the title, I had like a triple threat, it was great. What's cool is he threw me out of the ring, and your guy actually like wobbles over. And it's just those little things, and your guy's like, my guys, I had to like tap X to, what's cool is when you go completely down, your bar actually goes completely down to 0 now.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I never did that.
You have to tap X, and it slowly rebuilds up, and you get a little bit of red back of your health. And your guy climbs back into the ring, and I came back in at the last second and broke out the pin before he won it. It was crazy. And they have this new kick out for the pins. Instead of the bar slowly charging up and you hitting it on spot, it goes, it's now a circle. And there's a spot where you hit, and you just have to time it till you hit it. It's so much better. I like it so much more. Because it's actually like that cringe-worthy moment more than watching your bar slowly go to the green spot, like, to kick out.
Yeah.
This is more like you're panicking, and you're trying to hit it.
Though, we've had our intense moments of kickouts.
But that's what I'm saying. Now it's even more intense. Like, it adds to it even more. And you'll get that last, like, how they do it is, like, even you'll get that moment where it's almost 3, and you'll kick out, and what's cool is the other guy that was pinning you will actually freak out and now do this and stuff. And they have actually a few variations of it where your guy will just go, like he couldn't believe that you kicked out. It's so cool to see it. And even how your guy just kicks out at the last second. Yeah, and they do it perfectly. They went more for the simulation type than the arcade.
Yeah.
It's much easier to bust people open. I'm gonna say that.
Like you've always been a fan of that since.
I have.
Since No Mercy.
It's been missing, and I kind of like that. Obviously, you can turn it off if you don't like it, and you can actually make them bleed more as you continue to beat them up and stuff. For those who like a lot of blood.
Does it stay on it?
Yeah, it stays on.
Like even on the ring?
I haven't beat someone up so bad yet that I've been able to see if it like bleeds out onto the ring yet. I'm gonna doubt it because
remember the last one just trickled on there and then just disappeared.
Yeah, it would drop like water.
But it was I actually practiced trying to hit the head to bust people open to see, and it was fairly quickly. Within the first 5 minutes, I busted somebody open after repeatedly hitting the head. So I was kind of glad to see that because before, you know how hard me and him would just try to.
Oh, we'd spend the whole time.
We'd spend like 25 minutes, and the last 5 minutes we'd only have one person busted open.
Yeah.
And we like that. So, we like our gritty Extreme Rules matches. So it was cool to see that. That was just something little that was put in. But there's all these little things together that make it, first of all, the huge roster.
Right.
And they're not even including all the different variations. And some of the variations have even more variations.
Now, with the huge roster, are there any people like that are glaring people that should have been in that were left out?
You want me to mention?
I do. I feel like that needs.
I absolutely was livid that Eddie Guerrero, because they can put freaking Haku in the game, but they can't put Eddie Guerrero. I guarantee they make him a DLC.
Which is messed up because
exactly.
They did that because they're like, crap, if we put this big roster, there's no DLC
Exactly.
content.
So we'll put freaking Haku in the Nation of Domination instead of Eddie Guerrero.
That song's gonna be stuck in my head the rest of the night now.
What?
The Nation
of Domination. I never pick any of those characters.
But Eddie, we would have picked every time.
Yeah, Nico's excited biker taker's in it.
Yeah. Can't wait to be every bit of taker I can be.
Yep.
I laughed
really
when I saw
on the sarcasm thick there.
I completely laughed when I saw Corporate Kane in there.
Yes!
Are you
Corporate
serious?
But wait, is he a legit character or is it a variation of Kane?
He's like a legit.
I hate that.
Oh my gosh.
But they have the alternative Kane, the one when he originally came in this first time, and when you click on it, it's cool because they have 5 other versions of Kane, other attires and stuff, that are just considered attires when you click on it. Because so I went to Corporate
but there's
Kane.
2 Kanes in the game.
But they don't count them as like separate like characters in their roster.
Okay.
If it is a duplicate, it's not counted as an extra.
Okay.
But I don't understand why they didn't just put Corporate Kane in the attires with.
Yeah, because that's all.
I think their movesets are slightly different.
I feel like Corporate Kane was completely different than regular.
True. If you go by what's going on in wrestling right now.
I think their overalls are different, and their movesets are slightly different.
Of course, their overalls are different.
But
remember Corporate Kane's WrestleMania or Royal Rumble debut?
Oh my God! He came out and ripped his tee, his business tee off. That was the first time we ever saw him, because that was when we just started watching wrestling again.
Yeah, we're getting back.
And we came back just because of CM Punk, and then he left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Right.
But
happens.
It does.
Okay, well we're getting into like another topic here. We're talking about wrestling.
We're getting distracted.
We're talking about the WWE podcast coming soon.
The side project?
Yeah, we're going to be doing WWE Soup for any of those wrestling fans, but that's another project. But anyway, another thing I wanted to mention, I was a little disappointed because WWE 2k16 had, I think, a lot more pay-per-views and arenas to go to. And in this one, it's slimmed down. And it's ones I didn't even really care about.
Uh-huh.
But I guess it doesn't really matter because they added that huge roster. Oh, if for those who like creating characters, a lot of people are complaining you can only make 25 before. There's now 100 slots. And they have...
Can I just ask,
why?
Who's making 25 characters? And
then making more
I ask further.
Okay.
I ask further, who's making 100?
Well, there's not. But what's cool though is there's so much customization now to create your own character, like it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And you can scan in faces now and import faces. That when you go to download other characters like Kurt Angle and Goldberg.
Whoa!
Goldberg.
He's new.
They look freaking perfect. Remember how Kurt Angle looked like the call when we tried to download him?
Yeah.
He looked like some random dude. This Kurt Angle, and I'm pretty sure it's a scanned in face and everything, looks absolutely perfect. Even his entrance, he comes down and does his little... It's perfect. The only thing that's missing is the music, and that would seal the deal for me. That would seal it if they allowed you to import your own music. But right now, it had the move set. Goldberg, perfect, looked just like him.
Mm.
So it was awesome. Like I was looking through, I was looking at the CM Punk, even as his tattoos and everything.
Wait, Punk is in there.
Well, you can download them as a call. But it looks perfect. Like you can import tattoos and stuff.
Yeah.
So they just import all that and put it on them. So it looks incredible. So I was impressed by the level of detail. But every match just feels like you're actually in real. It's a lot less sluggish, a lot less chalky. It's still chalky as hell, but it's not as chalky as the last one.
Yeah,
way more smoother.
Rumbles where it would just lag.
I'm so happy to put this in. Chants. They will chant wrestlers' names. They will boo.
That seems like a thing that I guess game studios that do like sports things are starting to realize.
Yeah,
people
that we really want
authenticity.
When you do oh my god moments, they will cheer "This is awesome" and it's absolutely so cool. When you get like when they put you put someone in a submission, they will start cheering that wrestler's name and stuff.
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
so cool. Yeah. And I was just testing certain things out to see what they would start cheering about. When you start doing the same move over and over, they start to boo because they get bored of it. It has this actual like leveling system because it's all based off of their new story mode where you can create your own wrestler and try to make it to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And that's in place just in the matches. So you have to do all these different moves and finishers to get the crowd into it and stuff. It's so cool, and it adds even more.
I was gonna say, I really like when they start getting that stuff, like the chants and stuff, because I just with NHL 16 even, though it's not a huge upgrade from 15, one of the things they added too was the chants, and I mean that's for me, it's just like you're like
it adds so much, it gets you into it.
Yeah, oh yeah, like I was doing a playoff with the Penguins. I'd score a goal, and then the crowd would start chanting, "Let's go Pens," and you're like, "Yeah, here we go."
They cheer goalies' names as well.
Oh yeah, they cheer all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
that stuff's cool.
With wrestling, I would feel like it's even more, I guess, motivating depending on the situation, because sometimes that can be the swing, like that.
That's
like what everyone, you're like, oh, this is making it even better.
What's cool is they do the split crowd reaction. I had The Rock and Shawn Michaels in a match. A WrestleMania match because it never happened, and they would go Rocky, and then they go HBK. It was so cool, and I was like, oh my gosh!
Did our favorite chant make it?
Oh, I won. I was The Rock.
No, I said chant. Did our favorite chant?
What do you mean? Oh.
Let's go, Cena. Cena
I haven't picked Cena in a match. I wouldn't know because I haven't picked Cena in a single match. I put him in his computer. He's like, why would I do that? That'd be like cancer.
Well, now we're going to have to test that just because I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm curious too, actually.
You know what? If Cena, off topic, but if Cena was like he is in Trainwreck, he'd be fantastic.
Oh yeah, that's old.
Well,
old
that's
school
thugonomics.
Cena. Yeah,
That's
that's old school Cena.
We'll go back to that.
But anyway, another thing I like is what's really cool is you can now run into the match. You don't have to wait for your entrance. You can literally run down the ring and just start fighting before the bell even rings. This is the kind of stuff that you could do in No Mercy. Yeah. All the way back then, it was so cool. You can do. Oh shoot! What was the other thing? Oh, no loading between entrances.
Oh, nice.
And the last thing is probably glazing over like the story option that I haven't did, like the Hall of Fame mode.
Hall of Fame.
Where you try to where you try to make it to the Hall of Fame, go through NXT and you go all the way up. Is you can do these cool things like interfere with matches, distract the ref, all these cool things that I've always wanted to do in the game. You can win Money in the Bank and cash it in after a match and stuff. So for me, it's probably about an 8 or 9. I would give it out of 10. It's absolutely, I've had so much fun with it.
Yeah.
More than I've played in any WWE game since No Mercy. So, chance, everything. Okay, let's go on to our next topic. Far Cry Primal.
Now, when you say Far Cry Primal, you actually mean Cabela's Big Game Hunter 2016?
Don't say that while I'm drinking coffee. I'm spitting out all over.
It's like the perfect timing.
I'm just saying.
I should have known your
title.
That
should be. It should be Far Cry Primal : Cabela's Big Game Hunter.
I bet Cabela's is sponsoring it.
Just remember,
I knew
Square to control your beast.
I knew he was gonna say that the minute. For some reason, the minute when he said.
I'm sure there's a lot of people excited for that game though. There's a lot of fans for Far Cry.
From what I've seen, it's a split crowd.
Yeah. See, for me, I feel like that's a downgrade. From what Far Cry the franchise had to go to, like, I understand it's supposed to be like an original take, but like, I don't want to have sticks.
No.
I want my little grenade launcher again to blow up a whole bunch of people.
Well, they're still going to be doing.
They're going to kill a honey badger with a stick.
You're not. That can't kill with a gun.
See, you guys are more. You like games with guns. You don't like games with swords or melee weapons.
I'm not a big fan of the melee weapon.
So, yeah, you guys are not fans of melee weapons.
I like beating people with.
I mean, you're talking.
I can pick up. But come on now. All you got is a stick and a rock.
And you're talking to me who, in Battlefield 4, tries to find the most embarrassing knife to knife people with, just because I never get to do it.
You guys
didn't.
It's
like this big.
You guys don't like Elder Scrolls games.
Well,
and
that's
those are melee.
because I had bad times in that game.
What happened in Nico is he got into the game and a troll came up to him, whacked him in the next week, and he quit playing.
I returned it. That's
Nico.
I had Oblivion for the Xbox 360, loaded it, got to the character creation thing and went, this blows. And turned it off.
Just use the default.
I should have. I probably should have.
Yeah.
But I couldn't. I was just so overwhelmed.
You don't have to do that. That's why they make a default.
Yeah. Well, you got. I mean, come on.
Try.
My game's back in Miss Pac-Man, Super Mario. I don't have character creation. It was here's your guy. Go beat this level.
Actually, during that era, you had Morrowind, which is before Oblivion. And I actually went back and played that to try and get, because everyone said the story's good. Obviously, it was so old.
We did catch something. I mean, it's almost 2016.
We're not even talking about Far Cry Primal.
I'm on it right now. I'm on it right now. We're almost at 2016. We grappled up a hill. All right, we watched that in the gameplay.
Yeah, we watched the 30-minute.
How the hell did the bear get up there? He grapples too.
Listen,
the bear just grappled up.
To anyone that wants to see it, on IGN's site, they have a 30-minute gameplay.
Well, they have like 3 10-minute clips.
Yeah.
Of pretty much the same thing.
But either way.
The bear is pretty broken.
Okay, let's admit it.
He sits in fire
but
for
it's not,
5 minutes.
It's not
it's
done.
alpha.
Yeah, it's not done.
The graphics look beautiful.
It does look gorgeous. But Far Cry always seems to look good.
Yeah, Far Cry always looks good.
Let's put it this way. This game is going to cater to those that like survival games. So it's a way of bringing survival games to consoles.
If you're gonna do that though, there's The Forest and Rust.
But those are PC.
If there was something that it really made me think of, it was The Forest.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it reminds me of Rust.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're
close to the same thing.
close to the same idea, but...
Yeah.
But I like the Stone Age. I think it's really cool. But I would like...
concept.
Yeah, it's a cool concept, but is it going to be fun to play? With Skyrim, even though it's melee, you had a giant medieval fantasy world where civilization has built to a certain point, and you get tons of weapons and tons of armor. So for those of us that like that, there's this huge world to
you have
explore.
weapons.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was just
You're using a stick and a rock now.
That's my point, yeah.
And that's what I'm curious about. Like, one of the things I remember about playing Far Cry 4 is you go to like that sale shop, and there's all kinds of guns you could buy. Like it was almost,
well, you're
not limitless, but there's a ton of stuff. But now
you get a vine, man.
Yeah, you get like a stick or a blue
swing it.
Yeah, or a slingshot.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand. Oh, you found a smooth rock. This is even better for. It's like I don't know how many weapons.
This stick has a bow in it.
Here's the weapon selection I'm thinking the entire game has: club, stone axe, spear, bow,
right.
And
and then what else? Right. You don't even have like,
slingshot. Slingshot.
You have a loogie you can spit on. like try to get him in the eye.
Maybe you can buy new animals. Who knows?
The reason why I'm not doubting that though is because, and I keep laughing about it because it's hysterical. But the option is command your beast. Like that's what it says. Like it says command beast. So I'm wondering if you can also, like as you're going, if you can get
add more animals.
Yeah, or get different ones. Like and they have different skills. Which that kind of intrigues me.
I hope there's dinosaurs.
Because if you could get like a pack of wolves.
That could be dinosaurs.
That would be sick,
wouldn't it?
Like maybe just a few dinosaurs.
You really want the dinosaurs.
That would make the game interesting.
And you just turned it into
ride the T-Rex.
I was gonna say, then you just turned it into what? Was that Turek or whatever? Or Turok?
Oh, I remember that game.
No, what you should. Then what it becomes like is Ark.
Oh yeah.
Survival.
Yeah.
Which ended up being a resource hog.
I think I'd get it if it was on sale, and I don't think I'd.
Well, we need to see more of it. I'm interested to see, having your own tribe, conquering other tribes.
Right.
But is that just going to be a grind? Am I just going to be? Is it going to be the same experience every time I go?
Just playing the last Fallout. You play it for a little bit. You get killed by the honey badger a few times.
The last Fallout or last Far Cry?
I'm sorry, Far Cry.
Yeah.
And it just gets boring.
And not
repetitive.
Well, yeah. You and I, our problem was that normally the hawk would come down and. At that point,
I killed that hawk.
He would, at that point, the whole game was about killing the hawk.
Yeah.
But
so Fallout.
You're not neutral. I'm pretty neutral on it.
Yeah.
I'm not excited, and I'm not,
I would say
not disappointed for it.
I would say that it doesn't honestly have the hype that 4 had for me, and that's for me a big thing because I went into 4 having not played 1 through 3. But I was super excited for 4.
I had played 2 and 3, and I liked 2 because it was in Africa, and I love Africa, anything in Africa. I don't know what I love about that continent, I just love that, environment.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also like the jungle environment, and that's what Far Cry 3 took up on an island. And Voss is now known as one of the best video game villains ever. If you ever play that, I would recommend playing just for the story. And it still looks beautiful to this day and is my favorite Far Cry. I don't think Far Cry 4 matched the level that 3 was in any way.
I enjoyed 4 still.
Yeah, but if you played 3, trust me. And I don't think Far Cry Primal is going to match... It's just not going to match the level that we're in. So... I'm not sure.
Next topic.
Yeah.
We had our moment of silence.
Yep.
Silent meditation.
We were all reading what needed to be said.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
This piece of...
Go ahead and go on to movies. A lot of good superhero greatness coming out. Honestly, I'm not a huge DC fan, but they're slowly trying to, modernize
Become
themselves.
relevant? Is that what you're looking for?
Ouch! You're stirring a pot there.
I am.
You're stirring a pot.
I mean, come on. one of their biggest problems, you can't relate to their main...
Their characters... Well, no, you
character.
Their main two characters that I feel you can relate to the most are Batman and Green Arrow.
Yeah,
because
I wouldn't argue that at all.
Their stories are so deep.
They're people?
Yeah, they're people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Superman's a god. But at the same time...
Pretty much every movie gets portrayed as Jesus.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
At the same time, he's cool but stupid. And here's how he's kind of cool. Is like when you see him stopping all this stuff and just smashing stuff.
I've seen it too many times. I don't care anymore.
You're like, that's cool.
I just want to see his ass get beat in the movie.
Well, yeah, that's why... Well, I'm going to get to why...
What is it? Dark Knight Returns, right?
Okay, anyway, we're getting off topic. We're supposed to talk about Captain America Civil War first.
Yeah. Well okay.
I mean, these are all like... They're all basically in the same...
Well, let's
talk
about Captain America Civil War, because we're huge Marvel fans. We don't hate DC completely.
No.
We're just selective about which characters we like
on the table.
Yeah, we got the Joker on the table for Batman versus... Superman versus Batman, but pretty much the Joker we're going to see is Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Which we go over a little bit. But Captain America Civil War, I got back in comics to read the Civil War when it came out, and I read The Secret Invasion, which followed it, which was incredible as well. But there are so many things that were in the comics that I want to see in the movie. I know Spider-Man's going to be in there. I want the Punisher so bad. I want Iron Fist in there. These characters play such a crucial role.
But you're asking for things that Marvel's keeping in other, I guess, areas.
Well,
though it's all happening in their world, they say it's all the same universe.
Yeah.
But
they're saying Daredevil and all them will be in the final Civil War.
I know. That's what I saw there. They're really
good topic coming up. It's someone great's in there.
Yeah.
My favorite.
But from what I've seen from the second trailer, the world premiere trailer that we saw, I'm in.
Oh.
I was sold. I was sold the minute I saw Black Panther. Now I know you guys aren't as excited, but I know a lot of people are super pumped. He looks freaking beastly. Yes. I screamed like a little girl. I was like, yes. Why did he make him so cool? And I'm watching him run, man, perfect form. He looks so...
How upset are you gonna be if they do what they did in the Avengers animated movie?
What do you mean?
Black Panther dies in the first, like...
Oh, I know. It makes me sad. But it was such an awesome scene, though.
It was.
It was such an awesome
fight.
But they won't... That's not part of Civil War.
No, I know.
But he looks perfect. And I don't know who... Do you know who they got to play him?
I didn't. I was just looking it up when I can't remember. Yeah.
Okay. But it'll be interesting to see him.
I don't think it really matters. Marvel's casting.
Yeah. Oh, they're incredible. We haven't seen Spider-Man at all. He hasn't even been teased. They're just...
they're doing that on purpose, though. From what I was just reading, they were still in negotiations with Sony about who was getting what. And I guess Sony finally just said, look, take it, and we'll reap whatever benefits come from it.
That's what they should do. And then 20th Century Fox should follow and give the rights to Fantastic Four back to the gods that created it. Okay, but that's
a whole nother topic.
Another topic again. Wow, that's a hot button issue.
And give the X-Men back
I know,
too.
Right? Let someone else.
They're all in the Civil War.
Look, we can make a whole nother show about this. All right.
Okay, but that's a rant video about the complete imbeciles at 20th Century Fox.
That'll be the next cast we can have.
Okay.
Caleb's rants.
Yeah, Caleb's rants, and I will go
hours worth of footage.
But
I need a whole nother SD card.
Even from the trailer, the interaction between Captain and Iron Man, so true to the comics. Just how they're...
I just want to say...
Oh, yes! I've been waiting for this.
What are you trying to say?
I was very excited when I saw the trailer. And I'm like, this is good. And the trailer has it's like a slow burn.
Yeah.
And then that last part happens.
With Captain and Bucky fighting Iron Man.
And you're just like...
When they pass
Why did it end? Why?
Yeah.
I want to see... Just
more.
give me another minute. So it's another 30 seconds, something.
How many times did we watch it now?
Oh, we're getting...
I watched it like 8 times. I watched everybody's reactions of it.
Yeah.
I paused at the Black Panther part. I wanted to get the full details of it. We're back. Our camera cut off. Apparently it films in increments. We're still working out making this show.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah, humble beginnings. I cut off during Superman vs. Batman while we were just about to get into it.
Yeah.
And now we're going to start over. But
let's dive in real quick.
yeah.
All right, we can go right back in.
Yeah,
now we have more time to do all the other topics.
So, Superman vs. Batman, what was the first thing that we said?
Well, the first thing we were talking about is just that Batman looks like he's really...
Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck as Batman has stepped up, and really, from what we've seen... Oh, I was saying the interaction between the two, out of costume and in costume, seems solid. I love the smirk from him when he asked him about Batman.
Yeah.
It was a nice touch. Ben Affleck really feels like the Bruce Wayne that we know and we love.
Old Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Old Bruce Wayne.
Old Bruce Wayne. I like it.
It's
good.
It's the Frank Miller Batman. They had to do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If they didn't, they really would have messed this up, and I would be livid.
Wait to do your doomsday.
Like, don't
Just wait.
Don't bring up that God forbidden name. But
Lex Luthor.
Oh yes, Lex Luthor. He's not the Lex Luthor from the comics. He's got the intelligent side, but Jesse Eisenberg is adding more of a psycho twist to it, which Lex Luthor does become psycho. He does become crazy in the comics, but it's not till later. This is kind of like just showing it. He's already like that. He's younger and psycho, and he's just doing crazy things because he's a young guy with a shitload of money because he owns that giant
company. A lot of hair.
Yeah, which he's probably going to lose, which I'm guessing from kryptonite, from working with that freaking of doomsday. So, but I like the Frank Miller take because it gives Batman somewhat of a chance to fight Superman. He's obviously could never beat him, but the suit and stuff that he makes to help fight Superman is really cool. It looks amazing. It's both...
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
He does a damn good job doing it, though.
What?
Beating on him.
Oh, you're talking about from the cartoon, the Dark Knight Returns Part 2.
Yeah.
That's good. Go watch that.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Watch
both of them.
Dark Knight Returns and the Dark Knight Returns Part 2. We're not talking about the movies. We're talking about the animated. It's a more mature take on them.
Yeah. If you want to watch Superman finally meet a fight and watch one of the best Jokers ever.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
One of the best. Perfect.
Yeah, watch that.
At least on the screen.
Yeah.
Besides Heath Ledger's godly performance.
Yeah.
But I like the one of the coolest lines, and it makes me laugh, but he goes, when he said, Bruce Wayne just says, maybe it's the Gotham in me, but we have a problem with freaks dressed like clowns.
Yeah.
And that just shows, when he shows the suit, we might see Jared Leto's Joker in there, maybe just as like a cameo.
Yeah.
Or we could still be going off the theory that...
Which I love. That fan theory, I love.
Yeah, the fan theory, if you guys haven't heard it, it's that the Jared Leto Joker is actually Robin.
Right.
Created by the Joker, and then someone else will play the Joker, because that explains the tattoos, the more grisly look, because Joker messed them up.
Right.
And it makes more sense because Batman's older, and so would Joker.
Yeah.
So, this lines up even more because since Batman's older, and you see him reference Joker here in this trailer,
right,
which means he's already met him. But the Suicide Joker is newer. Am I wrong in saying that? Is he like recent?
Oh yeah.
So, and he's a younger Joker. So where is old Joker? Or are they still just going to go with, is it Jared Leto? I would love to see this be Robin Joker because that just adds so much. It adds, first of all, a way deeper and darker storyline to the Joker that will be connected with Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah.
And who are we going to see as the main Joker? And it makes more sense because Harley's young in this. So it makes more sense that she would be with the younger version. It would be absolutely awesome to see two Jokers. And
I'm a fan.
I'm just saying, have them fight at some point. You know, fill my fantasies. You know, or use him in some way. I'd also like to see Ben Affleck's Batman, since it's a Frank Miller Batman, kill at some point, but I doubt it because they're doing the Justice League from this.
The reason why I wonder about that, though, is that end scene of the new teaser. He's standing there with a gun. Unless it's like a taser gun.
No, I'm guessing it's some sort of weapon that could hurt Superman, and they have to use it on Doomsday, which, let's go to Doomsday, which I said was stupid, because he's from Krypton, and he has to come from that, because he's a very intelligent, powerful being, and this looks like he's just some sort of monster brute, half-naked naked monster brute, that they're making just really powerful to fight them. It's just WB rushing this all in together. He needs to come in a Man of Steel movie, not a Justice League. He needs to come to Justice League later, because his job is to kill Superman. That is why I like him.
For one.
He's a Superman killing beast, and he's awesome.
For an issue.
He's very cool looking. He's got cool powers. I like that he's very intelligent. You know, he's not, you know, a master.
Oh no, and he's methodical about his plans. Yeah. Like he's not like, at least from what we've seen in the trailer, where he just shoots out and starts fighting.
Roars like a Hulk.
Yeah,
and,
that's
you know,
not like him
it's so
normally.
stupid.
Yeah.
It's just, and he's not created by Lex Luthor, and he looks dumb. If you look at the real, I don't know, just his eyes and stuff, it's just so bland. It looks like just a generic monster.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We could quickly glaze over Suicide Squad and what we think of Jared Leto's Joker. What do we from what?
Let's just go to our next topic.
All right.
Because I think that has something in there Nico really wants to hit on.
Daredevil season 2 trailer. It's very short.
It's like a teaser.
Yeah, it's a teaser. But
the greatest teaser ever.
We get teased a lot of greatness.
A lot of stuff.
And finally, Elektra in Marvel's hands to be redeemed.
I know, right?
That last Elektra was fantastic.
Oh, shut your mouth.
It was so
and
good.
We also get another character redeemed by Marvel.
The Punisher.
Which is it Thomas Jane?
No.
I thought no?
It's Shane from The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is still pretty good. He could play a
yeah,
badass.
he could do it. He could do it.
He can definitely be a badass.
I thought they were still thinking of going with Thomas Jane again. Which I wouldn't mind. He was perfect.
Thomas Jane was,
but is he,
was good.
Was he mid-40s right now? So he's a little bit older. They want someone a little bit younger to keep using him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Shane.
I'm thinking.
Good. I don't know his actual name. Sorry, guys.
I'm just gonna go back just since we're in the Marvel universe right now. I'm thinking they're gonna kill Iron Man during Civil War, and have maybe he'll have like a protege take his place, and that's how they'll explain to continue Iron Man. But that's off topic. You want to talk about Punisher, possible Punisher movie, Punisher in the Civil War? I'm telling you right now, I need him in there. Because Punisher's a villain-killing machine, and it's freaking awesome. And he plays a pretty awesome and crucial part in the Civil War comics, and he has some just absolute awesome scenes. Civil War is actually a little bit of a darker storyline, and I'm hoping that they don't get rid of that. Because Age of Ultron was actually a little darker.
Marvel knows what to do.
Yeah, but I'm just hoping that they... Because the Civil War comics are pretty brutal.
Yeah.
And I want to keep that. You can do brutal in PG-13. I mean, Age of Ultron got pretty brutal. I just wanted it to be a little bit more brutal than that.
Well, I mean, as far as Daredevil is concerned, along those lines,
Daredevil's pretty brutal.
Well, yeah, that's completely a short-based show.
Yeah. This is Marvel's license to really step into that level right there, you know?
I mean, just look at Deadpool.
Yeah, but that's not being done by that.
I know.
Yeah.
But at least...
Hopefully they give the rights to Marvel.
At least that's being done right as well.
No, I'm hoping... It looks like Fox has an idea of what they're doing there. So, like, because they that's off topic, but it looks like from the trailer that they're kind of holding true to how Daredevil's character is, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or Daredevil, sorry.
Wait till you haven't finished the series, right?
I'm not. I got off track.
When he gets in the suit,
I meant.
I teared up
Yeah, I haven't even got to that part in Daredevil.
That's true. We might ruin something for him.
No, it's not a
Somebody
spoiler.
is really slacking on watching Daredevil.
I've gotten to episode 4 or 5.
Oh my gosh.
The absolute perfect Kingpin portrayal.
He's good.
It's golden. The guy's
He's
amazing.
nuts.
He's perfect. And yeah, he's it's a weird character, but it's perfectly portrayed. Just like in the comics, he's this like laid back guy, but can snap at any second, and that is so true to his character. And
he always has backup. Like
Yep.
always, there's always a plan for him. It's
he's
great.
always got a plan. Yep. He's such a deep character, and they really show it, and it really, you're just like, oh, this is the Kingpin that I know and love and grew up, reading in the comics,
Something like that. Daredevil we watched. The first Daredevil movie. Ben Affleck. Daredevil.
We're gonna talk about Jessica Jones. Thoughts?
Ben Affleck. Think about it.
That was a weird
That
Daredevil.
movie happened.
So
I think
bad.
Bruce Wayne is gonna Batman gonna kind of revive him.
Yeah. Have you watched any of Jessica Jones?
Yes, I've made 2 episodes in.
Oh, I'm further than that. I'm almost
Yeah, he
done.
finished it.
I'm close to being done.
Do you suggest the fans to watch it?
I think it's very interesting. I went into that being, I guess, blind to that character. I don't know much about
So
Jessica Jones to begin with.
Well, they actually skipped the entire part of her actually being a superhero first and not being
Yeah.
able to control her powers very well, and went to being a PI.
Yeah.
That was actually her real story.
I've enjoyed what I've seen so far. I think it's very interesting. They take a very interesting approach in how they tell the story and everything. It is very dark, and there's like a lot to, I guess, take in, because the whole time is that they reference the main villain and how he controlled and pretty much ruined her life.
Yep.
And
He's actually a really good villain in the comics.
yeah,
He's
But,
actually really good.
I
And he has more than
enjoyed
one superhero he fights.
yeah,
But
but I've enjoyed it.
And Daredevil was supposed to make it into that, isn't?
yeah, she'll tie in with Daredevil.
Yeah.
She'll tie in with
Luke Cage.
Iron Fist, all them. That's all.
That's all Netflix.
Yep, that's all.
Thank you,
them.
Netflix, for allowing Marvel
Mature
to make
Netflix shows.
mature content.
And
Netflix
next,
for not ruining anything.
Well, they don't touch it. They just go, here's money, make it.
yeah, put it on our.
We've both been.
I was thinking about
victims
canceling
of
Netflix.
Netflix's.
True.
I was
Crap.
thinking about canceling it until all this new content came out. And I was like, oh, well, I'm keeping it now.
Oh yeah, you have to. Yeah.
And Samurai Jack gonna
Back
be back on
TV.
But thing to note is it's on Adult Swim. It's gonna be
Adult
more mature.
Swim.
It's good. It's got to be in more mature.
You would think.
Otherwise, why would it be on Adult Swim?
Right. That's
And
what I would think.
honestly, most of us that watched it were mature anyway.
Well.
Oh
Samurai
yeah.
Jack.
I mean,
Teens and up watched it.
I loved Samurai Jack.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was great.
I'm
Great.
pumped to see that it came back. And I'm wondering now too, since it's on Adult Swim, like you just said, if it'll be more mature, because I know in the behind the scenes of the DVDs, when Gendy, the creator, it's Tverdovsky or something like that, he said the only reason why he fought robots was because that was the only way Cartoon Network would allow him.
Yeah,
to
that's
show
what I'm thinking.
things
Make it
cut in
be a little
half.
bloodier.
Yeah.
And fight people and stuff.
But before, he wanted it to be against people and stuff like that. So without
Even though I'd still like to see robots for
oh yeah,
nostalgia feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't argue that.
Mix that in there.
Yeah.
All right. So are we good?
Yeah, I think we're good for today. We got a lot of stuff.
We
covered.
came in this with no topics and ended up with too many.
And then we
think
ran
we
it.
should know we are going to Steel City Con. Might do a little video on that.
Yeah, we might do a
Some
little
things.
something.
It's Pittsburgh's Comic Con.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Pittsburgh's Comic Con. It's been a little late. It's a big event. Ric Flair's going to be there and a few other people.
Woo!
The
Yeah.
soup.
Woo!
Huh?
Seinfeld soup Nazi.
You really are into that, huh? You
Oh, I'm
really
excited.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm
so
sure he'll have a real long
there's a few artists there that I know that I want to
Yes.
see again, that I want to get some pictures from. So I want to go and get all the Marvel's new Universe issue 1s while I'm there.
Yep.
I know that's not all very exciting. Some people go there for the limited edition, and I'm going there for brand new content. So Anyway, thank you guys for watching and come back next time.
Thank you.